Hi, this is a simple chair yoga routine. So I'm going to be moving my own screen around and jumping up to keep the screen going because this is a one-man operation and I see it's a little off kilter. You'll have to deal. So start by finding a chair that has no uh, arms on the side and making sure that you can sit back in it. You want a hard chair rather than a soft chair. And we're going to start off by just doing some deep breathing. So inhale through your nose and then exhale through your mouth. And inhale through your nose slowly and exhale through your mouth. If you prefer, you can inhale and exhale both through your nose. And keep going at your own rate. A lot of people find it's a lot easier once you've done it a few times, but part of yoga is slowing down your breathing. So instead of huff, puff, huff, puff, think about just slowing it down, deep breaths. And the beauty of a videotape is you can always stop it if you need to do more. So we're going to add our head and neck to this. Start by taking your head to one side and then inhale to the other side. And then exhale back and inhale and exhale. Keep going. It's your own rate, whatever that is. And you might feel some crunchy things going on, little snap, crackle, pop. Losing my screen again, that'll happen a lot. And next time you come through the middle, stay in the middle, awesome. And this time we're going down and up. So chin to chest, and then as you bring your head up, do it very slowly with an inhale. Don't flick it back, but just stretch so you have a nice long neck stretch. And then exhale down and inhale up and exhale down. Once again, you might hear some crunchy stuff. It's okay. And the next time you come through the middle, stay in the middle. So we can do a little bit with our shoulders, a really slow shoulder roll. See, now I'm hearing crunchy things here. So it kind of depends. I usually don't, but today I am. And once you've done a few in this direction, go back and do it in the opposite direction. Good. Now we're going to do a simple twist. So all I want you to do is take one hand and put it on the opposite knee and then just twist to that side. I'm going to take 2 breaths here. And switch. Other hand to the other knee and turn to that side. Now if you want to get fancy, you can take your hand and put it behind your chair if you wanted to, or behind your back. And then release that. Good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some upper body things. So we're going to start by sitting either on the edge or in the second position, the middle, and arms come out to the side. Try to keep them even. And then like you're twisting doorknobs. So twist them to the front, into the back, into the front, into the back. And just keep doing this. And you're doing this with active arms. So your arms are feeling, there's going to be some weight to it. There you go. And you may start to feel some burn in your arm, which is fine. And then keeping your feet flat on the floor, keeping your arms out. Now take your arms with palms up, and we're going to bounce them up and down a little bit. and then flip them over and push them down. And you're doing this with a lot of integrity. So you're not floppy armed. Your arms are nice and stiff, and that engages your whole arm. And hopefully doing this will eliminate some of the underarm bag stuff. And then stop them where they are and go in and then out. And you might also feel this in your shoulders. If you want to get fancy, you can cross them over and out. Or just go in and out. And if they don't touch, they don't touch. You just do it as best you can. And then holding them out, palms up, you're going to touch your shoulders and back. Touch your shoulders and back. Keep them up. I've got to redo my screen. The screensaver keeps going on. High-tech group here. And then bring them into the shoulders, and this time we're pushing up and down and up and down and up and down. And you're going to love this. Put it up and then really, really slowly bring them down. And that should feel good. And roll those shoulders a few times. So now we're going to do eagle arms. Once again, you're sitting still. I'm taking my right arm up, and my left arm's going underneath, crossing them, and then twisting them. If your palms come together, that's awesome. If they don't, they might be out like this. You're doing the best you can. You might get one finger to grab your insides, and then pulling them up for 3 breaths. And putting them down, unwrapping your hands, bringing them out, and then bringing them in for a stretch. And then back. Now we're going to do the other side. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can also do eagle legs, and that would be crossing your leg and then tucking them under. But totally up to you, or you could just cross your legs if you want to. This time it's the opposite arm. So for me it's left, and then the right's under, and pulling that up. You should really feel that in your shoulders. And coming down and relaxing that, shake it out. Good, while we're here, we'll just do some little wrist action. Just making your wrist go around in one direction, and then stop, and in the opposite direction. You might also hold one down with your arm extended, and then switch and hold the other one down. So we've kind of worked the shoulders and we've worked the bicep a little bit, so we need to work the underpinnings, the triceps. So one way of doing that is bringing one arm up and then hand to your neck. The opposite arm comes up and tries to grab it. If you can't grab it, see, I can grab it in back, but if you can't grab it, you could grab your clothes and hold them that way. So option 1 is to hold on. Option 2 is to hold on to your clothes. Option 3 is to just bring it up and then push it back with your other hand. Both arms up, shake it out, take the other arm, put it back, and just stretch it out. Deep breathing. Every time you're holding something, you're deep breathing. And now we're going to do kind of an advanced move. It's called a triceps dip. In order to do this move, you're going to be on the edge of the chair. You're going to hold tight to the edge of the chair. Let me see if I can rotate the camera just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So I'm holding on to the edge of the chair, and I'm going to take my butt off the chair and then lower myself down and up. Exhale, and then inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down. Good. Shake that out a little bit. And we're going on to the lower body. Now for the lower body, if you know me and you've seen me in person, my legs and arms are too long for the rest of my body. But if you are someone who is more vertically challenged than I am, you might need a block. And if you don't have a block, you could use a stack of books, because the object of the game here, and once again, I'm going to readjust this so you can see my feet, is to be sitting on the edge of your chair, have one leg, this leg is going to be 90 degrees right here, flat on the floor, and the other leg is going out straight. So if that doesn't happen for you, don't reach the floor, you could use something to put your foot on. But I can do it fine here. And then what I'm going to do is take the same hand as the extended leg and just slide it down that side and reach the other hand overhead or out to the side. I know you can't see that, but it's okay. And then bringing it back to the front, switch the other way so you have a different foot going out. This is so hard when you're doing this on video because it's the opposite of what you're doing. Slide your hand down, up and over with the other arm, or I could have my other arm out to the side here. Whatever works for you, so you're getting kind of a side stretch. Awesome. So then I'm going to rock a little. This is something I talk about when you're flying. Hopefully we'll get to fly at some point. But you want to keep blood clots from happening in your legs. So as you're seated or at the office, it's really good to come up on the toes and then up on the heels. So rock yourself toes to heels, toes to heels. And you know, if you're in a plane, even if you're next to two people you don't know, hopefully that won't be happening in the next year. This is pretty easy to do and it doesn't look too weird. And another thing you can do with that is squeezing your butt. So if I squeeze my butt, I actually come half an inch off the chair and then let it go. I'm going to exaggerate. So squeezing, I come up and then release, let it go. See, no one knows you're doing this. And you could be doing Kegel exercises at the same time, your lower abdominals. And release, and squeeze, and release. Once again, no one knows you're really doing this. There we go. So staying on the edge, the next one would be kind of a bicycle thing. So you can lean yourself back. You know what the bicycle looks like, so I'm going to put this up a little bit. You're going to lean yourself back at an angle so you get some support from the chair. And then you could do a bicycle this way if you wanted. But if you can get both feet off, and it's not a racing bike, it's just slowly biking. Or just holding them out and flexing them in and holding them out and flexing them in and then putting your feet down. Now, anything that I do on here that you can't do, don't do it. That's a no. The nice thing about yoga is you can relax for a second, and then the very next thing will be something you can do. Happens to me too. So don't give up. If it's something you can't do, the next thing will probably be something you can do. So the next thing is standing up, and it's a balance. So I'm going to readjust my camera one more time. And the reason we're having the chair is so we have something to hold on to. So there are many different balances that you can do. And the point of the chair, once again, is just to give you something to hold on to. So it's really important to get your balance under control, because this is why we fall when we get older. So we don't have good balance. So you might start with, I'm going to give you some options, just putting your leg up and then letting go. And then breathing. And remember, the chair's always here if you want to grab it. It's right here. And you could be flexing and pointing your feet. And then switch and do the other leg and pull it up. Once again, you could be rotating if you want a challenge. You want another challenge, you can be looking up. See, I have to grab when I do that. Now, some of you might have heard this before if you've had me in class, is that I practice balance every day when I use the microwave. You put the stuff in the microwave, it's 1 minute, I'm heating up my coffee again, and I'll just sit there and balance on one leg. 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. And it makes a big difference. Now, one more, it's a little more advanced, but it's okay, and that would be the tree pose. So I'm going to readjust the camera so you can see my feet, lovely as they are. So for the tree pose, we're going to ground one side. I'm grounding the side nearest the chair. And then I'm going to point the other foot out. And in tree, we find our feet first, like the roots, and then we work up to the petals. So starting with the foot, bring it in. This would be level 1. Let go. Can you hold it? I'm a little too close to the chair. This is called grounded tree. Level 2 would be below the knee. Level 3 would be grabbing the foot, putting it on the inside, and holding it there. So once you find a position that works for you, and I'm just going to do grounded tree today, then you find a hand position. So I'm going to sit to show you the hands. Doesn't really matter what your hands are doing, but if your hands are down and you need them close to the chair, that's fine. You could put them out, more balance. The closer you have them into your body, the harder, or up. So the hardest thing is to put your hands up and then look up. So you choose your foot position first, then choose your hand position. So let's go back to that and choose a foot position, and then choose a hand position. You try to hold this for 30 seconds. And release. Probably wasn't 30 seconds, I didn't time it. And then we're going to the other side. So once again, I'm having my chair where I can hold it. And you will probably find that this side is not the same as the other side. So this might be a grounded tree side for you. Maybe it's here. You find whatever side works for you, whatever foot position. Find the foot position, and then find your hand position. Keep going, because I have to adjust the film again. My camera keeps going to power saver mode. It's not good. And then release. Great. So to finish up this easy chair yoga, we're just going to sit in the chair and just kind of tense everything up. Just tense everything up. Tense, 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 tense. And then release. And then tense, tense, tense everything up. My knees are even coming up. Legs are coming off the floor. And then release it. And just sit here and relax for a few breaths. Maybe close your eyes. Parting thought. If this was super easy, you might need to do something else and use this for your easy day. If this was super hard, you might need to do just part of it. There is no yoga police. No one will come and police you. Everything you do that helps you makes you better, anything is better than sitting on the couch, right? So take your time, enjoy yoga. I'll see you the next time. Namaste.